A great storyteller is a great story listener. Those of us who have been educated in the West will feel that when it comes to presenting and storytelling, the more you say, the better. The more information you throw into a story, the more competent, professional, and credible you will be. And, and there is some truth in that. If you are presenting a product, a service, or a solution to a client, you are the one who needs to do the talking. And that's the expectation. And in every story you tell, in every presentation you deliver, in every meeting and conversation you have, there is also an opportunity to do two things: listen and ask questions. When it comes to listening, I'd like to make a distinction that you may already be familiar with between cosmetic listening and deep listening. Cosmetic listening is the type of listening you do with friends or even with family in social situations when the stakes are low and your brain is preoccupied with other bigger problems. In business, in business storytelling and in a business context, you do need deep listening. And deep listening means really paying attention to what the other person is saying, paying attention to what the other person wants, paying attention to her expectations, and also looking for areas of agreements and common goals and shared interests. Because the more you listen to them and the more information you obtain from what they say, the more compelling and the more useful and the more efficient will be the story you come back to them with. And the second very important element of listening and storytelling, because ultimately storytelling is about having a conversation, whether it's with one person or hundreds. Because storytelling is also about having a conversation, the second idea, the second concept to bear in mind is questions. The more questions you ask, the more information you will have. It's as simple as that. And the more questions you ask, the more engaged the other person, the group you're speaking with, will be. Asking questions is a way of saying, I'm here, I'm listening, and I am interested. And creating that type of engagement and that type of connection with your audience, again, whether it's many or one, will make a difference to the stories you will then tell, because your stories will be filled with information they themselves have given you. So very simple, very easy. The point I'm trying to make with this brief module is storytelling is not just about telling, it is also about listening, and it's also about a style of conversation that involves questions. And in that context, I'm gonna give you a book recommendation before I finish off with this shorter module, and I'm gonna give you a little challenge. The book recommendation is The Coaching Habits. I'm not going to say the name of the author because I find it very difficult to pronounce and I don't want to confuse you. But then the title of the book is The Coaching Habit. I find it's one of the best business books I've read in a long time, and I strongly recommend it to you because it tells the stories in that context of great storytelling is also great story listening. And the challenge, the task I'm giving you now is, next time you have a conversation today with a family relative, with a friend, with a colleague, next time you're in a meeting, don't say anything other than questions. I know you'll have the need, even physical, to make a statement, give opinions, and make recommendations or give advice. We all do. Don't do it. Ask questions instead and see the powerful impact it has on the stories you hear and the stories you tell. I'm going to leave this module here and I'll see you on the next one very soon.